Hello, this is Miles, and I'm bringing you another replay. This is actually the first single commentary replay I've done in a while, so you just get my voice for the whole replay. It's a shame, isn't it? Let's see who's playing today. I'll bring up the chat menu so you can see it. Up top is Star Marshal Shadow, whose name has been truncated by the game, so we'll just call him Shadow. And he went random, and he is the Purple Federation. Down bottom is Bobbie, and he is the Red Klingons. He chose Klingons, he likes the Klingons. And we're playing on Duel II version 1.1, and yeah, so it should be a good match. Both players are relatively recent, about 15-20 games each, so it should be balanced, and it will give both players a good chance to see how to improve their game, which I think is a very useful tool. So this is just the boring setup part of the game. So I'm just going to talk and I don't have a clue what to say at the moment. Both are putting up miners. Bobbie's going for the Quebec yard. Let's check the avatar. This is Takraja. So probably going to expect Quebecs and Cavorts. Last time I just had a game with him a few minutes ago and he went Quebecs and Cavorts, and he does a good job of them. So going for dilithium mining first, which melds very well with going for a lot of offense ships. But he's put the first two miners on the tri-moon. Perhaps he wants to get a good balance. And Shadow is doing good scouting. He's scouted out this expansion. Possibly expects Bobbie to expand there later. If he does go for warp-in, he'll be able to send them in there. A recent addition to this patch is that warp-ins, if they die, cost quite a bit of supply. The Excelsior ones, they're the most common warp-in, and they're slow, and they die really easily. And because they've got ADAI, they actually take away quite a bit of supply when they kick it. So yeah, if you do a warp-in and lose Excelsior ones, it's going to take like 20 supply per Excel. And here, this is an interesting strategy, putting out a few sabers first. This avatar is Mason, so his saber will get the defense boost. So we'll see how they do. Most players will skip sabers. They'll go for Starfleet Engineering first, then Chassis 1, then straight to Monsoons or Intrepids. But he's going for an earlier offensive build. He's got a saber out. He's got his dilithium up to pay for this offense ships. Now he's got his titanium up. He'll have chassis level 1 in about a minute, and by then he'll have like 1 or 2 sabers. And down here the Klingons have got both their yards up, Barrels and a Quebec. The Barrels will do quite good against the saber. And here we have an engagement. And Shadow quite correctly guessed which direction Bobbie was going to expand to, and caught his constructor. Problem is, the constructor has a weapon. Quite easily will chase off a scout or a single level 1 destroyer like a Rien. So yeah, the Barrels, they they do good against the sabers. Not so much for Takraja because of the torpedo, but they won't do too bad. They counter long range with tactical weapon arrays, and the saber lost its ability to sort of cushion that counter. It used to be if you turned hyper impulse on, you got a bonus against short range and you could cushion counters from the Barrel, but now the saber's vulnerable to the Barrel. This, to me, I don't know what strategy this is. It's not saber spam because that's 2 yards. He's got a constructor out here as expanding. He's going for chassis level 1, so 3 sabers. And here, this is a very good build. He's put 1 station between 2 moons. Works brilliantly on this map. The moons are just close enough together to do it, and he's bringing up a saber to defend. And Bobbie isn't doing the 1 station strategy, but it won't penalise him too hard. Where's the pew pew going on? Down here, a saber going after a constructor. It's not going to win. It's already down to 85% shields. So he's bringing in the scout to help. See, right now Bobbie is retreating this constructor. He shouldn't, because once he he's retreating it so they'll continue shooting at it, wasting their time, while he can go harass with a Barrel and a Quebec. Do I think he'll get any miners? Probably not with such limited forces. I mean, he'd have to risk taking fire from the starbase to get a miner kill here. At least he can stop them mining for a few minutes. And here, look at this. This is interesting. I doubt this is going to be a turret, because the starbase is basically a giant turret. Maybe this is going to be a sensor station. And here's a decloak, and he's brought the scout in as well. And the scout's going to do just that extra little bit of damage. Hey, they might actually get this. And Shadow's 2 sabres are still chasing this constructor, and he's going to lose this sabre if he's not careful. There's a Burrell right behind it. Do you think they'll get the constructor? They can hover at long range. Oh dear, he's lost a sabre. And no, they're not going to get this constructor. Starbase takes the sabre out. The constructor's still there. I don't think he's watching these, to be honest. I think he's microing back at his base. Nope, he's missed it. And that's 2 sabres gone, and the Burrell gets a rank. That will help his supply. Tukrajar Burrells are really good for supply. And a 3rd sabre dies. This Burrell was attacked and escaped with half hull. The Quebec is like a brick wall. It's a tank, you can't kill it. And it escapes. And here comes the first Monsoon. Gonna do well against the Klingons. Monsoons are great. And this was a phaser platform. Don't know why it's positioned here. It's a very weird positioning for a phaser platform. The best place is at a moon. An even better place would have been at this expansion. Because where it is right now, it's redundant because the starbase already gives out a clobbering with 50 offense. And here we go. This Monsoon is taking the damage quite well. 1919 versus 1421. This turret's definitely going to be up. Trouble is, if he's buying all these turrets, he's not going to be able to afford many ships. And here comes a Burrell. And this Monsoon desperately needs to go repair, and it's not gonna. And it's dead. That's 3 sabres and a Monsoon gone. And he hasn't got the money to upgrade this to a full turret. Oh dear. This guy has only got 12 defense until it becomes a turret. Whoops. It's gone. Oh no, it's made it into a turret. See, if they stay, they might be able to kill it because its shields are down. Oh, and here comes a Cavort to finish the job if it can. That Quebec could have stayed. There's no way the Quebec would be killed. And this Tukrajar torpedo is just helping out that little bit extra. But look how tough the Mason turret is. It's going to get the Cavorts. Oh, no it didn't. Just the last phaser volley impacted on a subsystem and did no hull damage. And a Monsoon is chasing off this Cavort and giving up. And here we go. Oh, look at the shield damage to that Quebec. Nope, can't chip it dead. Oh dear, it's getting away just about. Oh dear, that's luck. The Monsoon is faster though, it can catch up. So yeah, Bobbie going all in and he gets it. Bobbie went all in on that turret and didn't get it. And now it's going to regenerate. 30 system value ain't too bad for a turret. Wow. And the Mason turret really is a beast. And here we go. Cavort, Burrell and Quebec. They're going to try finish it off. He really wants this turret. If he's this persistent, he's probably going to get it. In at close range. Oh, I'm just going to call out a little error here. When he decloaked, he clicked on the unit to attack it. His ships then decloak, do the 4-second cycle and fire. If he'd just decloaked, he'd have got a free volley. The volley probably wouldn't have gone on the turret, it'd have probably gone on the construction ship or the Monsoon. But it'd have been a free volley of damage that he didn't have to worry about. And then he could have targeted the phaser itself. Is he going to get it? It's down to 15. 12. No, he's not. This Quebec just can't manage the damage. 6. Oh, he's gonna get it, is he? Oh, look at the tanking in that Quebec. And it's down to 2. No, it didn't make it. 4% hull, and look how fast it's going to regenerate itself. Wow. I hear beaming. Something's lost crew. Here's 2 more cavorts. And here we go. 3 cavorts and a barrel. And another barrel. Hopefully they can go back and finish this turret off before it regenerates too much. The Federation only have 1 ship. 2 ships, an Intrepid and a Monsoon. Actually, if I was Shadow, I'd just stick to Monsoons because they're so much better against everything that the Klingons have, really. Get up proximity torpedo if he can. It'd be lovely, but he's going to go for Intrepids. I think he's expecting more Quebecs. And the Intrepids would do great against the Quebecs, but there's no more Quebecs, just cavorts. Tell a lie, there's a Quebec. But most of the fleet now is cavorts. So yeah, Bobbie's doing a good job expanding. Because he hasn't been pressured much, because he's the one doing the pressure, he's got full expansion here, and going for dilithium here with a yard. With a repair facility, not really a building yard at the moment. He can expand it though. So yeah, I've got to say, Bobbie's doing really good on the resources. It's not like the Klingons to go take everything, it's usually the Dominion that do that. His opponent's Shadow has a Monsoon and 2 Intrepids. If he micros these well, they probably won't die. The cavorts I think 130. The Intrepid's 132. It could probably escape. And here we go, decloak. He's done it again. He's clicked attack on the turret and missed the 4 seconds. And no, he's gone for the Monsoon instead. Now he's focusing on the turrets. Look how quickly the barrels go down to that turret's volley fire. 36, 33, 30, 19, 18. Oh dear, this turret's dead, isn't it? Hold on, door. And sorry for the interruption there. Hopefully I cut that out of the final YouTube copy. Oh, look at this. We have a Newton out. That's interesting. I think he was trying to repair the turret with that. So 2 Intrepids and a Monsoon chasing away 2 cavorts and a Quebec. That Monsoon's getting chipped away at, and the Klingons have cloaked. No special on the Venture to decloak them. This Burrell is wildly out of position, needs to run away now. This Monsoon also needs to run away. This Newton is following and repairing the Monsoon. I love that. They should target the Newton now. It's only got, what, 18 defense? That's actually pretty big for a repair ship. So yeah, everything they fire at this Monsoon is just being repaired away by the Newton. And there you go, they're going off the Newton. Nope, they're going off the Monsoon. They've got the Monsoon. They've got a Venture. This Newton, I have no idea why it's still here. And there we go, they got the Newton. So, this looks like it's going well for the Klingons. A Monsoon and a Newton going down. Two Intrepids left that should run away. I think they're staying out here now so they can protect the yard that's building at their expansion. They've got a Burrell. That was lucky. The Intrepid's torpedo will miss 40% of the time against a small size Burrell. They are lucky they got the kill off there. And here's an Armada yard. What are we going to see from the Armada yard? Avalons? Maybe no, he's Mason, so no Avalons for him. XL2s are going to miss all the small size Klingon stuff. And there we go, XL2s. I'm going to say that's a mistake. They're just going to miss so much against Burrells and cavorts and Quebecs. They're never going to get good hits with their quantums. And here he's also going for Starfleet Science. At least he's got a repair facility, his expansion. Just the ships it's building aren't going to be that great. And he's putting up another turret. These Klingon ships could kill this constructor, at least stop it making the turret. And here's the decloak. This cavort doesn't even have full shields, it should have gone and repaired. They're going off the constructor. He'll probably cancel this, so he won't have a turret. He won't get that turret put up for now. Yep, there's the cancel. The first Excelsior 2 is building, and look at his resource position. He's got bags and bags of tritanium. Didn't get the Intrepid. Just repairs too fast. They're going after another Intrepid. And they're not going to get this one either. Into the repair dock. Klingons should just leave now. They're not going to get a kill with this repair facility. At least Shadow is building a ship that's going to miss them with its massive torpedo launchers. And here's the platform again. Shadow is being very persistent about putting up that platform. He really wants a platform. And there is a cavort up here, just hanging out on its lonesome. Maybe Bobbie thought there was an expansion up here he could harass. This expansion is completely unharassed, which is just 2 moon pairs for him. There is so much potential here. He's spamming ships from 2 different yards here, and what about over here? And he's building up a Quebec yard, a bird of prey yard to spam another yard, to spam from another yard. He's got dilithium full up here. It's like 3 dilithium moons and 2 tritanium moons, and if we look at his resource position, he's doing quite well. Over 2,000 die, 1,800 try, 15 supply. Oh dear, he needs to get some kills, or he's going to have to buy it. This cavort needs to go leg it. It's got away good. 130 speed helps. And he's forced Shadow to cancel another platform. When you cancel a building in progress, you get all the money back, so he didn't lose out the money. And this cavort has lost its weapons subsystem, and the cloak is tied to that, so it's gone down. This XL2 actually managed to hit the cavort. It's been doing quite good with its torpedoes, this one has, and it's got a rank up. And here we go, harassment time. These dilithium miners are not safe. Just don't get in range of the starbase. And he got in range of the starbase. Those pulses are going to shred the Klingon ships. Quite rightly, he's moving out of the way. And here comes a Norway. Not exactly sure what the Norway's for. It's just a support ship. The Klingons don't really have much ADAI in the early game. So I guess he's just building random ships. The Norway's an okay ship. It's not terrible. It's not great. Its level 1 special is emergency power, and it's gonna die and never get to use its special energy. Or is it? Can it get away? It got away with how much hull? 10% hull. And here we go, warpins. I think this Norway is there so that when the warpins come in, he can recharge their specials. And look at this, Shadow's going for the turret again. 3,500 trilithium and practically no dilithium. Maybe that's why he's building the Norways, and he's stopped building the Norways now. So if he continued with the Norways, he could have actually afforded them because they cost mostly tritanium. And he's got bags and bags of the stuff. Down here the Klingons, Bobbie is preparing to go on this constructor again and make sure it doesn't get a turret. But here we have Shadow has been pressed really hard on the lithium, and here we are again. He's got die mining at his expansion, but these are 2 tritanium miners. And he's forced the platform to stop again. He is never going to get that platform up. And he might actually get this constructor... no. Failure. So yeah, right now I'm going to say that Shadow should switch these 2 tritanium miners over to the lithium moon at his expansion. Or even better, send them back to his base to mine here if he can. Because right now he has got oodles of tritanium and practically no dilithium. He doesn't need to mine any more tritanium here, but he's got 2 of the 3 miners on tritanium. And here's the warpin. and it's a good one. 3 very sturdy ships, but unfortunately the Klingons are using all small ships, Cavorts and Quebecs. They're all small sized, and these are all torpedo units mainly. All 3 of them deal a good portion of their damage via torpedoes, especially this torpedo refit Nebula, which is going to miss all the damn time. And he's going for the turret again. Can't fault him for persistence. And here is an attempt to mine some more dilithium, which is being met with harassment. He really needs to force these 2 Klingon ships away. If he moves his fleet away from his expansion though, the Klingons are going to just run straight over it. I still think the Klingons have got this one, mainly because they've got a huge resource advantage. And that was shield breaking torpedo. He's done the special on them. Very good. He's got the Quebec special as well. Can't fault Bobbie on his research here. He's got plenty of tritanium, so he's spending it all on researchers, which is exactly what you should do when you've got too much titanium. And they're finally going to get the constructor. That platform is never going up now. And that Cavort gets away. That Intrepid is playing with its life. They could turn around and give it a bloody nose and kill it if they wanted to. But nope, they've abandoned the pursuit. That Intrepid escapes with its life today. And the starbase is clobbering a Cavort, and it's got it. He tried to do 2 engagements at once and lost a Cavort because of it. It's very dangerous. I'm not sure Bobbie realises he's got a Cavort up here. He might have put it up there earlier and just forgotten about it. And this mining expansion is still unharassed. It's just bringing in so much resources for him. And Battle Yard. Very good. Armory, that's Vultures, isn't it? Indeed. Oh dear, I didn't notice that. Bobbie quite cleverly killed both of Shadow's constructors. He now has none of them, and he's having to build another, and they're not that cheap. So yeah, Shadow is completely out of dilithium and is rolling in tritanium. A good purchase here would be the special for the Venture, which is progressive scan. That would be a good thing to buy. He'd probably need to build another Venture because that got killed earlier, but it would help him because he could then decloak Bobbie's ships. And here's that Cavort. He's finally found it, and he's going to bring it in for some harassment on the tritanium. That's not going to matter to the resource count from the economical point of view because he has got 5,000 of them now. It will give that Cavort some ranks though, which he needs because he's down on supply. I wasn't watching earlier. I'm not sure if Bobbie actually bought supply. It's possible he did. If he did, he's used it all up spamming these small ships. That's one thing to notice, Klingons. If you build lots of small ships, you're going to run out of supply unless you're killing a huge amount. Klingons get supply when they rank up. And he's not ranking up that much. Ooh, shield breaking torpedo underminer. That's just to give away where he is. And he's bringing the fleet back. And here we go. Decloak this fleet, you can get some warp-ins. If Bobbie can destroy these warp-ins, he's going to do a great lot of damage to Shadow because these warp-ins are going to drain his supply so low he won't be able to continue building ships. Let's watch for this supply count to drop as the warp-ins die. And here comes another warp-in. 2 Excelsior ones, they do a lot of their damage via torpedoes, not going to be terribly great against the Klingons. An XL2 goes down. He should stay right now. Bobbie should stay with this fleet, kill the XL1s, drain his supply. All of his ships are now warp-in ships. If he started killing these, especially the XLs, he would get rid of Shadow's supply so fast. And here, we're back to sabers. That's interesting. Those are going to die pretty fast to the massed Klingon ships. He built an Intrepid, which Intrepids cost quite a bit of supply too because of ADAI. He's got his dilithium mining back up. Where's his constructor gone? He built a constructor, but I don't know where it is. There it is. Both of them trying to expand to the same expansion place. Bobbie has a constructor that actually has weapons, so he's going to do well. And this Cavort is decloaked. Not going to be able to hold its own against these 3 ships. It's going to have to retreat. There we go, cloaking away. These 3 ships aren't going to have enough DPS to stop it. At least he forced one of the miners not to mine. So yeah, Bobbie's constructor has a weapon, but it's not gonna do that well. It's not gonna get rid of this expansion. Here's the Cavort, which will. Oh, and they caught a Cavort. Here we go. Shadow has got the Venture with its pings and has managed to take out a Cavort with it. Excellent play there. He used up some of his titanium very wisely. Right now, if I was him, I'd make some Norways. He could then recharge the energy of the Excelsiors, the Ambassador, which he needs to repair. This Ambassador needs to repair now. Go repair, go repair, go repair. Alright, don't, you silly bastard. And here we have 3 Federation ships fighting off the Klingon constructor. Looks like this expansion belongs to the Federation now, even though there's a Cavort hiding there. Oh, hello. Attempted beamage. Not going to work well with 2 Cavorts hanging around nearby. They've basically dropped their shields for them. And the monsoon bites it. And they didn't get the constructor. Oh well. 3 ships taking like 100 crew isn't exactly going to happen very fast. It'll take quite a while to get that constructor to their side. And even then, it wouldn't really help them that much. They'd be able to build monsoons which have more energy for proximity torpedo. Sorry, not more energy, the proximity torpedo costs less. That'd be really about it. They could build Defiance if they could get the mixed tech yard up. And the Intrepid goes down, and this Norway is probably dead too. Oh, look at that, and it's done it. The Vulture gets its rank. The Klingons are now going to roll into this expansion and take it. Oh, and look at the size of this fleet. Quebec's everywhere, Cavorts, Vultures, and a heavy weapons platform. Look at all these icons, loads and loads of little missiles it fires. Don't know why he's built it. I guess he just wants to feel very, very safe in his expansion, which he is because he's got a huge fleet. That heavy weapons platform probably cost him a Vulture. And Shadow still can't get a turret up. Shadow is never going to get another turret up in this game. So all 3 of these miners are just supply for the Klingons. Free supply. So when we see one of these ships rank up, we'll see that supply count go up. Oh, what the hell is this? This is a descent. I don't know why he's warped it in. I have no idea. Yes, it's going to be able to fend off these 4 ships, but a descent isn't terribly a great option. Maybe he's doing it for the Vultures. Maybe he thinks he can whack them with quantum torpedoes to get rid of them. And the XL2 is going to do okay. All these torpedo ships are going to do okay against Vultures. If he picked the Vulture as his first target, he might be able to kill one if he's quick. This XL2 is grossly out of position. Here we have the ping. He's caught a Klingon scout. These Klingon ships are legging it away so they don't get caught by the pings. Looks like they didn't get caught. Don't know what these Klingon ships are doing. Maybe they're going up here to take out this descent. Yeah, that's what they're doing. These Klingon ships are running under cloak. They're going to go up here, and this descent is not going to escape. It's nowhere near a yard. It's fast for a battleship. But no, it is quite fast for a battleship, but it's not fast enough to escape from this Klingon fleet, which, yes, it's going up there. All these cavorts, they have a passive, which means they'll do more damage to the descent. And look at that. Very nice shot there. They all used their shield breaking torpedo. Well, most of them did, which totally destroyed a miner in one shot. And I was wrong, they're not going after the descent, they're going for some harassment. All these sabres are dead. These are free supply for the Klingons, which they actually quite need. And Shadow is bringing his fleet back up. He doesn't know there's a heavy weapons platform down here, but he's not going to go for it anyway. Ooh dear, look at these rank ups. Officer ranked Quebec. That descent might as well not bother. It's not going to kill it. And this miner, don't know what it's doing. This Intrepid is way out of position. It's gone. And the Feds are running out of supply now. Down to 48. But 6,000 try. The Klingons are just about keeping enough supply. That's a Vulture starting, I think. Yep. And we've got like 4 Vultures sitting at his base. Don't know what that's for. And they're going after the descent finally. The Vultures don't have their special. If they did, they'd be able to disable it quite effectively. Shield breaking torpedo was used on the descent. As you can see, its hull has taken damage without its shields taking damage. This Cavort is probably sacrificing itself, staying out here to let the rest of the fleet escape. Not that they need it because they have cloak, but there we go. Ooh, and look at this. While the rest of his fleet was over on the right, he's come in and demolished this expansion. All these kills and all these rank ups are going to help his supply. He needs supply because he is making a lot of ships. And if he doesn't get, he's going to need a lot of kills to keep up with that. And here we go. Decloaking on this fleet. Don't know what Shadow's doing here. He's taken his fleet very far out of position. He is nowhere near any yards of his. And he's dead. The descent has used shield recharge, shield reset. So we have cavorts here, which counter the galaxies and the nebulas and the descent. And all these warpins that are dying, you've seen an Excelsior die already, and a torch refit nebula die. He now has 0 supply. All his supply is gone from those warpin kills. And another nebula going to bite it. That's worth about, what, 20 supply? Doesn't matter at the moment, he's got no supply left. And Bobbie is retreating for some reason and letting the Feds take his mining. If he turned these into Katingas and brought his fleet back, he'd be unstoppable. There'd be no way this small Federation fleet would win. But he's letting them have it. And the 5 Vultures are going to do the job. So all these miners, all these brave Klingon warriors who are actually just miners attacking rock, they didn't have to die. None of them had to die. But yeah, this expansion is gone. The Klingons, they're out of supply too because they've been building too much and not getting enough kills. This Vulture is dead. Here's a ranked Vulture, which is nice. He killed that ambassador. And got 13 supply for the rank up. And this other Vulture is going to go if they're not careful. Ooh, all those quantum torpedoes got it. These Excelsior 2s actually do quite well against the Vultures. Right now he needs to bring the rest of his ships up. As much as the Vultures are great at tanking, they don't deal that quick damage. They deal quite a good amount of damage, but they deal it slowly. Right now he could have used all those cavorts, and this XL2 is gone. Quite slow naturally, but lost its engines and went even slower, down to 0. The Federation just bought their supplies again. The Klingons are surviving on rank ups alone. And a warp in. Oh, here we go. Harassment at the main base. Bobbie is all over it with his fleet. He's put his fleet everywhere and is harassing everywhere. He's doing brilliantly. And this steam runner, it didn't rank up, but if he'd have got the other ships aside and let the steam runner finish off some targets and let the steam runner rank up, he could do quite well. Get a veteran steam runner, those Vultures wouldn't know what hit them. And he's lost all of his dilithium mining, all of his titanium mining. He's got like enough resources to build one ship. What ship will it be? It's going to be Novas. And that's it, he is out of resources. To be honest, I wouldn't have built the Nova, I'd build more miners. He's getting lots of rank ups from this expansion though, and here comes the Klingon fleet. Second these guys decloak, this supply is going to go down to about 150, 130 when all these warp-ins die. So we're at 220 now. When these Klingon ships kill all these warp-ins, we'll see what it's down to. Steam runner goes down, 200. XL1 goes down, it'll be about 180. 178. Galaxy, another 20. 150. Oh dear, 28. That's a lot. Another 28. .29 that was. They are decimal numbers, so the count will change quite differently each time. Sometimes it'll be 28, sometimes it'll be 29, depending on the decimal value in the supply count. And here we go. These cavorts do extra damage to the medium range descent. It's not got it's not cooled down yet, so it hasn't got shield reset. It's not fast enough to escape from cavorts. It's gone. 20 seconds, it will be dead before then. Watch the supply drop now. Boom, 76. So all that supply he just bought just disappeared. And the Klingons, I think they must have bought it. I don't think they could get enough kills to go up to 243 while building Vultures, could they? So yeah, he's still spamming Quebecs and cavorts. No ships over here. He might as well decommission this extension. It's not helping him. I'd stop spamming the cavorts and I'd focus on just Vultures, maybe a couple Quebecs to tank a little. I think it's all in now. Yep. Vultures coming in, cavorts coming in from the left, cavorts coming in from the right, cavorts already there. That's a lot of cavorts. So this is all in on the main base. He's going to kill the outlying stations first though, which is always... It's up to him whether he does that. I think it's good because it's going to get his ships a few more rank ups, so they're just a bit sturdier when they go after the starbase. And a single Intrepid and Nova. They're not feeling brave today, are they? And they're going after Starfleet Command. 20 seconds, they're probably not going to get it in time. That means another 3 warp-in ships are coming in. This Intrepid and Nova have decided to engage, and the Nova's got its special, which is good. I've got to say, both players have been doing well with getting their specials involved. This Intrepid needs to repair. It's not repairing. It's dead. This Nova is incredibly weak to pulses. Let's see if we can read the passive. Oh no, destroyed. Well, if the passive had stayed up, it would have shown that it's good at killing shielded targets, but bad at taking damage from pulses. Warp-in sound. What's the warp-in? It's a standard warp-in. We've got an Ambassador, a Galaxy, and an XL, which are all about to die, probably. Maybe not the Ambassador. Okay, they're focusing on the Ambassador. There is a ranked cavort here. And, which one of these is Verteron Particles? There it is, Verteron Particles. Disables engines sometimes. Are they going to get the final hits? Yes, they did. The Feds are practically down to no supply again. And they've let this Galaxy escape out of the kindness of their hearts. They're coming in to kill this turret. The Vorchar now has its special. I've got to say, both players have been very good on getting specials out. Those Vorchar specials are just going to immediately take out subsystems temporarily. And shield breaking torpedo. Cavorts using their shield breakers on the turret, doing practically no damage. Now they're doing it on a Galaxy. And also not doing the hugest amount of damage. Shadow knows that he has a fleet nearby, but he can't actually do anything about it. He doesn't have any ventures to decloak them with. And over here we have more cavorts, ranked cavorts, and they're going away. Well, this is interesting. This is the end game. It's about time to finalise it, kill off the last units, and the Klingons are retreating. And here's another fleet of little ships. I don't know what he's doing at the moment. He's sending up miners here to expand. He already has a fleet big enough to kill his enemy's base. He is Takrajar, so if he built a Special Forces extension, he could build Veklarargs, which would be useful against the base at the end. Sangs would be helpful too. And Shadow is conceding the match. He knows he's beaten. He's just waiting for Bobbie to come in and finish it. Here we are. Bobbie is saying, "You want to see how I kill you?" I hope he's not going to spend the next 20 minutes taking up to Bortas. He's getting repairs on all these cavorts, which most of them don't actually need. So yeah, he's saying it would take him time, but it wouldn't. He's actually got a fleet here which could get away with killing this base right now. He's just giving Shadow time to bring in another warp-in and to mine. And he's going to attack in a few minutes, which is going to make this kind of boring, isn't it? I don't think he realises just how good his fleet is. 1 minute. Good. So we got cavorts and Quebecs coming out the wazoo here. He's got like 4 yards going. He can't afford the Vorchar spam at the moment. Just can't afford it. It's too expensive. And here we go. I think they're going in for the final attack. I can't look at a cloak fleet that big because my computer's too weak. So I'm going to look at the Federation starbase until the cloak fleet decloaks. So if he just decloaked and went all in on the starbase, he'd win. Because look how many ships he's got. He's got at least 25, 30 ships. The Vorchars have their special. They can disable the starbase quite easily. He's bringing in the... he's using the Cavort special on this station, and it just couldn't take out that much hull. It took out 25% hull. All those Cavorts still only take out 25% hull. So he's going to decloak back here and take out these 3 stations easily enough. And there we go. Boom. That Starfleet command is toast. And it got the warp-in. Its countdown is refreshed, so it's done a warp-in, I believe. There they are, 3 ships coming in, 2 Torpnebs and an XL. Not going to matter against this fleet, but at least it's there. more supply for him to lose. He's already down to 0, so he can't lose anymore. So yes, we get to see some big explosions now. All in on the starbase. Some of the ships at the back are just too far away to fire on the starbase. We have a couple scouts going after the starbase. He really is all in. And there the starbase falls. Ooh, they all used their shield breaking torpedo on Starfleet Science. It's down to 11% hull, but still got full shields. Once shield breaking torpedo recharges, they can destroy this without the need for dropping its shields, which would be interesting to see. Decommissioned, decommissioned, decommissioned. He's decommissioning everything. This cavort just can't fire at anything. Oh, he's got a target now. So yeah, this has been an interesting game. And here we have Veteran Quebec. If he realises this can be made a veteran, the amount of damage a Veteran Quebec can take is ridiculous. And they got Starfleet Science. And there we go. The game's over. And a Veteran Vulture as well he could have. Well, it's been a good game. I'll see you all next time.